my battery's dead in my ground, so I have to give it the good old college running try. Yeah! Bow! Let's do it. Okay, welcome back. Today, we are taking Mackenzie to her last and final MSF prep school. We're gonna run her through the class as if she was going to take her test, which she is doing next weekend, so in 7 days. And I think she's ready. She's come a long way, but we're gonna see what that looks like. Let's do it. We're gonna head to the school place so that we can get in some last practice sessions. But the last time that you saw Mackenzie, she was on a grom, just like this. Here, with the grom, don't put that foot down. Oh, and now look at it. All right, so we got 2 bikes. I'm gonna lead. I'm gonna show her what she needs to do, but we have the whole mock course set up. The whole MSF course pretty much narrowed and boiled down into one small little practice zone. Here you have the U-turn box. You have the entrance on the one side. You're gonna go in, you're gonna make a U-turn. We're going to make the S, come back around, do a second U-turn, and exit out the other side of the box, and then directly into a 90-degree turn from a stop. Now, the difference is between this box and the one for the actual course is that you typically, in most states, only have to do one U-turn. You don't need to do both. During your practice, you're going to do both. You'll do an S, figure 8 inside this box, but for the test itself, you only need to do one. We're going to do both because the more practice, the better. And the box is actually, I think, a little bit tighter than it will be in the course as well. You want to over practice, that way once you get to the test, it's super easy. Out of the U-turn box, we're going to go right into a 90-degree turn from a stop, and then we're going to negotiate a curve right between these cones over here, and then all the way down into what is the weave. And these weave cones are set up a little skinnier, a little closer together than they will be on the test. Again, you're over practicing, so this is going to be a little harder than it will be on the test, but that's the whole point. If you can do it here, you can do it easily, right? So once we get down here, we're going to do another curve, turn it around, come back down, do an emergency stop, and then we're going to do another quick turnaround and then come back down here into the swerve. And that is the main portions of the test. So if you can pass all of this stuff without putting your foot down, without running over the cones, without going outside the lines, you're going to pass your test no problem. Now, Mackenzie's been practicing for months and months and months. Her test is this coming week, and I'm very confident that she's going to be just fine. All right, so we're going to run through the whole thing here, starting with the U-turn. Now, if this was the class, I'd be judging based on the points, right? So you have to negotiate the U-turn. Number 1's perfect. I'm gonna bring it back. Gonna bring it around. Okay, number 2, absolutely perfect. So absolutely aced the U-turn. Now we're gonna come up to the 90-degree turn from a stop, which in the class you have to turn. You have to stop the front wheel right in between. So that's perfect. We're right there. We're gonna negotiate the 90-degree turn, and then right into the curve. Okay, so we're gonna lose a point there because we hit the cone, but that's all right. We're gonna go down there. We were a little too sharp on that. Now we're going right into the weave. Going back through, we're not hitting any cones. Perfect, so no points off of there either. We've only accumulated 1 point so far. All right, so we're gonna come down into the emergency stop, which is gonna be right at the end here. We gotta get up into second gear all the way through, and we're stopping right here. Perfect. So stop right there, foot down. Are you in first gear? Yeah? Okay, we're in first gear, good. So we got about, like, how many feet? Let's look and see. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's your front tire. 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, so perfect. Based on your speed, you need to be between 12 and 13, 14 feet, getting up into there about 15 to 18 miles an hour. So that's pretty good there. You may have started a little early, but I couldn't really tell. Let's do a U-turn, come back down, and we'll do the swerve. Get up to speed, going fast, we're going left. Okay, so it's going to be more dramatic in the class itself, right? Because this, we have 3 cones. It's really just, you're angling the bike to one way or the other. There's going to be a bigger box that you're going to simulate like the back of a semi truck or something like that. So it's really going to be a more exaggerated swerve where you really want to get that bike down and around, right? So we're getting the dipping the handlebars down, counter steering, keeping your body straight, and then bringing it back through. That's going to be the big thing for the swerve. But the good news is that through all of those things, which is pretty much the meat of the class, we only accumulated 1 point, and that 1 point was for hitting the cone on the 90-degree turn from a stop. So we have to be able to pull out a little bit further and still make that turn without catching that cone on that back wheel. You passed the test with only 1 point. Nice job. Thumbs up. Awesome. That's it. So there you have it. This is pretty much the meat of the course. It's super easy. If you get out and practice, if you do your own homework and your own practice on your own time in your neighborhood in a parking lot, you can pass your test in the first try. So that's it. Good luck, and see you next time.